Welcome back. Happy New Year. Today we'll be making bitter leaf soup and oha soup. Oha soup, depending on what they call it in your area. These are Nigerian Igbo soups that are traditionally made at home when there are parties or just on normal days. So now I am removing the black head on the palm fruit so that it does not enter into our soup. Some persons boil first before removing the head, but me, I rather remove the head one by one before washing thoroughly. So now I'm going to be washing this palm fruit thoroughly for over 5 times with salt to remove every dirt that it may contain. Once I'm done washing, I'm going to pour some water into the pot where it is going to boil for 40 minutes plus, or until it is soft and the fiber is giving way from the nut. I don't know if you guys get it. That's once you hold the fruit and the fiber is giving way from the nut, you know that it is soft. But that will be from about 40 minutes plus. Now I'm going to be using these seasoning cubes for the meat. I'm using to season the meat. That's about 4 pairs, meaning 8 cubes. After this has boiled, what you are seeing me do now is I'm putting it onto the mortar so I can crush it with the pestle. Once you just put the pestle on it, it gives way. Now that is what I am doing now. My mom taught me to use my hands, but from growing up I saw changes and I started using the mortar and the pestle. Now this is the stockfish I'll be boiling. I'll add a teaspoon of salt to boil it and some onions to boil the. I blended the onions so that I will not see the pieces of the onions in my soup, since these are smooth soups, and for soups it's not really nice seeing onion in it since it's not rice or a sauce. Now I am adding blended scotch bonnet peppers to the fruit extract. That's the juice we got from crushing the fruit and using hot water to rinse out the juice. Once I add my pepper to my taste, I stir in well and leave it on the fire. You can see the oil coming up. This is healthy and the natural way of cooking this soup. Now I'll be adding my stockfish, my already boiled stockfish. Then I'll also add my meat stock, so everything boils up all together. Look at that, it's so good to see. So now I've added my meat stock, so it boils all up together and retains a very good taste. So what I'm doing, while those are on fire, I have already boiled my cocoyam. Sorry, I'm supposed to have shown you how long it took me to boil cocoyam. You can boil cocoyam for 35 to 40 minutes or boil until your fork can go through it, like when you're boiling your yam. So you saw me peeling the back. The back is very easy to peel if it's fresh cocoyam. Once you're done, you just put it into your blender with a lukewarm water and you boil. If you blend. If you blend with cold water, it will not easily blend. It will have those seeds. So that's why I said lukewarm water. After the liquid has boiled and the oil has come up like this, you can now add your smoothly blended paste. For people that do not have blender, you can use your mortar and you still get the same result. Some people even say it's even better. So once you've added all those and it has mixed all up, this is the color you get. Then you add your crayfish according to taste. Some persons like a lot of crayfish. And I'm adding a pair of Maggi. Again, remember it's 2 soups we are cooking. Now I added my smoked catfish, and now this is ogilisi. Meaning the ogili that smells a lot. Actually, this is locust bean. For those that don't know what they call ogili, this is how it looks. This is how we wrap it. We wrap it that much so it doesn't smell out and spoil. Once we have brought it out and unwrapped, we put it directly onto the soup. You don't need to rinse this one. Once you've added all, you mix it all up, and once that's boiled, add your meat. Depends on the protein you are using. You can use goat meat, you can use ram meat, you can use cow meat, you can use monkey meat. It depends on your preference. Yeah, so I'm using goat meat for this recipe, and I am using a lot of it because I'm cooking 2 soups. Remember, once I've added all my meat, I'm going to stir it all up. After 15 minutes of adding my meat, now I'm going to add my bitter leaf. This is the main deal, like the real deal. I'm going to turn it up, stir it properly, and now allow to cook for 10 minutes. Some people allow for 15 minutes. Once you've done that, your soup is ready and you're set. Now let's make our Oha or Oha soup. This is our uziza leaf. It is finely cut. If it's not finely cut, you won't like to eat it because it's kind of hard. So I would advise that you cut it very slim. I didn't even like the size I cut it, but I had to manage it because my siblings were the ones that did it for me. Now this is our sauce. This is what it looks like after boiling for some minutes. You remember that we have divided the sauce. We divided it into 2, one for the bitter leaf soup and one for the Oha soup. Now I'll be adding my uziza leaf because uziza is hard and can easily change color. From the video you can see that some parts were already turning black, so I had to add it first so it still retains its green color. I'll allow my uziza to cook for 2 minutes, then I'll add my Oha leaf. My Oha leaf was chopped with my hands. Oha leaf is not supposed to be cut with knife, it's supposed to be chopped with your hands, so depends on what size you want to chop it into. So once you've added it, I'm going to give it a good stir, allow it to stay for 2 minutes or so, because if you stay too long on the fire, it's going to change color and the leaf will be looking dark. Feel my goat meat. Ooh, yummy. I enjoyed eating this soup. I'm sorry I didn't share. Don't worry, I will send you a pot. So here is our Oha soup. It didn't take time. You see, it's quite easy. Once you've prepped everything, you are good to go. Now our soups are ready to be delivered into our deep freezer. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Welcome back to our channel. It's a new year already. Hooray!